Hello, car lovers driving the 2025 Kia K4. This is the EX model. This is the model just above base. Kudos to Kia for sending us the lower end model. It should be noted in the province of Quebec where I live, people mostly buy base models and lower trim models. All right, so this is a very relevant tester that they're sending us. First, an overview. The Kia K4 is a compact sedan. Kia boasts many things, and I must say they generally deliver. On the Kia website, Kia says the design is a powerful statement. You could say that it is spacious. It is in fact so spacious. Sitting in front, it almost feels like a midsize. Kia boasts up-level technology. It does. It boasts a segment above safety technology. It does. Our tester is the model above the base model, the EX, and it is a real value for about $29,000 plus all our taxes. Critically, it comes under the $30,000 price range, which is the new psychological barrier for compact cars in Quebec. You get 17-inch mags, blind spot and rear cross traffic sensors, wireless phone charger, 6-speaker audio, heated synthetic leather steering wheel, and rear climate ventilation. The engine, a 2-liter front-wheel drive with CVT, is standard fare. The fuel economy, 8.4 liters in the city or 6 liters on the highway. In the US, 2939 mpg is standard fare. Everything you need is included in this EX model. Everything you do not is not there. Highlight features are its interior space, general comfort, driving aids, tech, superior assembly quality and value. Engine, transmission, and highway wind noise are average. No all-wheel drive, no hybrid. A 1.6-liter turbo with 8-speed automatic is available on the upper trims. So we're back. What to say about this vehicle on the road? What are the particularities? When you look at it from the outside, it's very quirky. So first thoughts, when you walk up to this car, you'll notice two things right away. It is extremely long. It's almost a midsize in terms of the length. And it has a very low stance. It has a bunch of lines everywhere. And it's kind of like the opposite of what its competitors are doing. They're more rounded. You like or you don't like, it leaves me very indifferent. I mean, you're not going to buy this car for the exterior styling, I don't think. On the inside, plenty of room in the trunk, plenty of room in front. In front there, it's unbelievable. A few remarks. This dash is super compressed forward, so it gives you a very wide open space. It feels like it feels way more roomy than, for example, my Acura TLX, which is a much more higher end car. For a compact, sitting in front, it feels like a small mid-sized car, and I say this with no exaggeration. Sitting behind myself, room for my head, room for my legs. This is very good. All right, so that's what I have to say about that. When we're talking about the visibility, front visibility somewhat limited versus some of the competition. I would say that the window is big, but it's raked very much, so it's not that big. On the side here, okay, rear 3/4, it's a mess, and in the back it is smallish. So not the best for visibility, not a deal breaker, but it's just putting that out there. Not the friendliest in terms of visibility. Other notes about the interior. Well, Kia, I don't know, it's weird. They have some gray here, and dark gray everywhere else. So it's kind of funny on that level. However, the materials quality, I must say, is excellent for a sub 30,000 vehicle. Very good. No piano blacks. That has been stricken off this interior, so very good on that level. A leather steering wheel with an odd flat and top bottom. I guess it's different. It hasn't distracted me though from driving, so it's just this point. Here we have buttons for the climate control. Oddly enough, the temperature, instead of having like a temperature, you have like a bar, like a weird barcode for the temperature. I'm not sure what that is. And also, I'm stretching a little bit to get there. This should be moved a little bit more to the left. And also in terms of, this should be cleaned up in terms of like the number of buttons for where the vent direction is. Usually it's a toggle, right? You go from mode to mode to mode, and it would save up a bit of space on that level. But other than that, I'm not gonna whine. Very useful hard touch buttons here for the climate control and certain of the basic functions of the infotainment. Speaking of the infotainment, this has to be, I mean, Kia's giving you a lot for their money in terms of just the digital dash is huge, and it's big, and it plays very well in direct sunlight. Same thing for the infotainment, very big. However, it's all one unit, and I have a remark to say about the compact class. The compact class is the budget car class, right? And I think most people are shopping, at least in Canada, when you're shopping a compact car, it's under 30,000 you're paying. All right, you don't want to get those all equipped models. I mean, there's just no point. You want something that's very well equipped for $30,000. And in a sense, Kia is almost putting too much, because when this thing is going to break, it's going to cost a fortune. My girlfriend, as an anecdote, had a Volkswagen Jetta. It's not a Kia, right? Not the same quality in terms of electronics, granted, but nevertheless, her infotainment gave out like after 5 years, and at the dealer it was way over $1,000, and it was this tiny little shit screen, right? So they happily did it for a price because it had gone out of whack so shortly after end of warranty. Nevertheless, this is going to be expensive to change, all right? So I hope the quality is there, because for me, a car has to last 200,000 kilometers before major repairs. I can't be paying $3,000-$4,000 for a repair under 200,000 kilometers, or else I'm never buying that car brand again, ever. And that's just the way it is. So a word of praise for this infotainment, but also given the category and the budget of the buyer of the category, a word of caution. These seats are, I think, comfortable enough. I can see myself doing easily at least an hour and a half in them. Same thing sitting in back. So the comfort is above average. The engine is very quiet. I want to talk a little bit about this CVT and what I've been noticing about its dynamics. I drive a lot of cars, and often with these small four-banger non-turbos is that as soon as you press on the gas, the programming of the transmission is to wind the engine up, right? So you're going to be hitting over 3,500, 4,000 RPM very easily, and it's going to be kind of noisy. Whereas in normal use, this Kia is less noisy, in my opinion, than most, which is saying something. I was listening to it on idle at the exterior while we were doing the engine shots, and then when I closed the hood, you could barely hear the engine. I mean, it's almost electric car quiet when it's on idle. And I'm noticing when I'm driving, it's a soft purr. And on soft acceleration, it's also a soft purr. So I would say that from the noise management aspect, Kia's doing a little bit better than the competition. I will say that the interior assembly, Ross makes the excellent remark. He makes it every time, and I almost forget to say it. Thank God I hear him say it. Is that the assembly quality of Kia is top notch. The exterior panels, the metal work, just the whole damn thing is so well put together, and that's a very high level experience. I mean, it's more certainly years ahead put together better than, for example, my Tesla, which costs double. So very good Kia on that level, and even versus the competition, I think it does equal or better. So a lot of high points for Kia in my book. I think this vehicle is extremely well equipped for $30,000. The EX gives you like this, I don't know if it's a real or synthetic leather, but it feels good enough. There are significant driving aids here, including the distance, which is the dynamic cruise, which is very important. You have here high quality interfaces for the compact for $30,000. It's incredible, actually, the high level of quality of the interfaces. No piano blacks once again. This is soft touch. It's got like this, sort of like this injection molded, very high level for this price. And I'm very satisfied with this interior. It is average noise quality on the highway. I think Mazda, Honda does better, probably the same as about Toyota, I would say, for the same price. And that's what I have to say for the highway wind noise. However, this Kia does score very strong. I was doing a thought experiment leading up to this test. This vehicle, equipped as is, with the options such as heated leather steering wheel, heated seats, climate control, weird climate control, but still a climate control, AC, great room, big trunk, good rear seats, goes, when purchased over 60 months, depending on what you can negotiate at the dealer, I guess, it's between $550 and $580 about over 60 months when purchased. I built the Honda HR-V, the sport version, which is the model above base with all-wheel drive, over 60 months, 2025, it's slightly under $800 a month. So we're talking about $200 a month at least difference. Over 60 months, that's over $12,000. So I understand the argument for getting a crossover. I certainly understand the argument for that. However, I just think about it in your daily routine, how many times you actually use those aspects of convenience of the four-wheel drive. I understand we have winter here, but we're not always in a goddamn storm. I mean, today it's winter, and whether you're all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive, it's the same driving experience. From a budget perspective, and I'm not trying to moralize at all, and we don't do this on this channel. However, I am a stickler for the personal finances. And I think you're going to get further ahead in life with a registered plan for your kid, or a RSP or a TFSA. That's just the facts. And I find this category of vehicle is overlooked by the consumer, yet they are a tremendous bargain when you're looking at the big picture. This car is going to be a little bit better on gas. This car is going to be, I think, I'm purely speculating now, a little bit better for the insurance. And that's about it, right? And the payment. So it's true the resale value of a crossover is always a little bit better, but nevertheless, people are hunting for these little compact cars, and I think you could get a good price. So overall, I think this Kia is in a category which is becoming increasingly underlooked by the consumer, and represents a tremendous value. Highly recommendable on the lease. I'm recommending it highly on the purchase, despite this ginormous infotainment, which I don't want to change. And Ross made the remark on this EX that he had everything he could ever want in a vehicle in terms of options. And I think that is an excellent remark. We sometimes get a little jaded with these extras, and really what you need is a heated steering wheel, heated seats, decent sound system, infotainment, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, driving aids, and room to spare, and you're off to the races, right? Ultimately, a car is an appliance, especially if you're thinking about things rationally. And certainly, Kia K4 delivers big time on that. So it's something I would recommend. I have recommended Kia to friends, Kia Forte to an ex-girlfriend, and she still has it today, and she speaks highly of it. She's still running, no problems. So I've recommended it to countless others, and people have had generally positive experiences with their Kia. So there you have it. Could I be clearer in this review about this vehicle? And that's it. So if you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. And if you really like it, well then of course, you should subscribe. And that is it.